in the Daintree, baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We thought we would just sit down today and do a little chit chat, get to know us, and we just wanted to talk you all through our budget and how we've been going with it.
Yeah, so I've convinced Georgia to come on camera, who you have seen in a couple of small snippets of our videos so far.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of being on camera, but here I am.
Yeah, so we got it. We're just going to run through a couple of things, a little bit about us, our budget, our savings, our weekly spend, and our on-road costs for the 6 weeks that we've been on the road so far. And we're going to make a small little series out of
just
these
check
videos.
in like once every month or two, just to tell you guys what we're spending and like what we've been up to. So.
Yeah, what's went wrong, and whatnot, like things we've had to replace, and so
we'll start with a little bit of an introduction. So I'm Georgia, I'm 24. Back home I was a beauty therapist. I've been one for 5 years now. Before that I just worked in fast food since I was 14. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
Yep. I'm Tom. Back home I was a driller. I did that for about 5
About the
years.
same, about 5 years.
Yeah, and I just did shutdown work and a couple other things before that as well. Yeah, worked in fast food as well. Yep.
Yeah, so we met when I was 19, Tom was 18.
Yeah.
Fell in love, got married.
Yeah.
Been married for 2 years now. Kicked it off pretty well straight away.
Yeah. Yeah, we both share the same hobbies basically for camping, fishing, outdoors, the ocean, and everything like that. Yeah, we did have another boat, and love going to the islands and stuff like that basically.
Yeah,
straight
when
away.
you know, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, a lot of fishing trips have been had before this one, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So after about a year of being together, we moved into our rental. So we've never owned a house. We just rented a house in Rockhampton, where we're from. And once we decided that we were going to do this trip, we thought, how can we save money? So we decided to move in with Mum. Shout out Mum. So that was August before we took off in the April. So that really helped us save money.
Yeah, well, without keeping these any longer, we'll jump right into the good stuff of the video. So we'll start off with our savings. So we sort of set out with a goal in mind of the amount of savings that we needed to do the trip. So keeping in mind that we do have bills while we're gone. So we also needed to save around about 50,000 is what we've worked out is what we needed, and that's what we hit to take away with us. And that is including the money that we need for our bills, which are completely set aside in a separate account, and they just come out as we head around, I suppose.
Yeah, so we basically just figured out what are our bills weekly, times that by 52 weeks and put that aside. Then we figured out how much we thought we'd spend a week, times that by 52 weeks, set that aside in an account where we can pay ourselves from. And then we also figured that we'd need like a bit of a buffer emergency account as well, because you never know what's going to happen. So that's how we did it. Obviously, the lower your bills, the lower you'd have to save for bills. We still owe like a bit of money on Tom's car that we couldn't pay out any faster, so we just had to save that amount and set it aside. Things like private health, phone bills. We've got the boat, so that's an extra insurance and rego. It's just things like that. They all add up, but it's different for everyone.
Yeah, we were really lucky also in the sense that we could leave our rental and move in with George's mum and into a place that we really didn't have to.
Didn't really have to pay rent.
Yeah, didn't have to.
Sorry, Harry and Sam.
Yeah, didn't have to. We contributed, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't have to use our money a lot, so that really helped us save.
Yeah,
as well.
and we still wanted to live our life while we were saving. So we had a year and a half to save and build the car, but we didn't want to sacrifice our life and just sit at home and do nothing. So yeah, we're really lucky that we could move in with Mum, and still save a chunk of money, spend a bit on the car, and still live life before we left.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. When we started off with the car build, it was just the car and the tub. Originally, I was just going to build a little canopy on the tub, drawers in the back of the tub, that type of setup, which you guys have probably seen before if you've looked at some little touring cars and stuff. And then, yeah, one day my brother on the phone convinced me to build a tray, because that's what he would do, and go all out, basically. Try and go all out on a budget though. So we did try and do this as cheap as possible.
But still getting what we wanted.
Yeah, still getting what we wanted. So yeah, so my parents were a huge help with it as well, with having the welders and shed and knowledge towards fabricating things and stuff, which helped me with the tray and the wiring and everything else. But yeah, so we did have money that every time our savings would go up, we would go straight back down, because
it was hard
we would buy something
saving
else
while building the car. But yeah, we just figured out how much we could spend, how much we could save. We probably could have left a lot sooner if we didn't do it this way, but we thought we're going to be in it for a year, we want to be comfortable, we want it to be convenient, so yeah, that's just how we did it.
Yeah. Righto, so to make up some of our savings as well, we did have a second boat that we got rid of, and
and I sold my car, my little Mazda.
Georgie got rid of a little buzz box. So and then obviously the rest of our savings that we got from working was put towards that 50,000, and I also have annual leave as I was full-time. So
okay, so we sat down and figured that we would spend about $550 a week, which now we're realizing that was totally wrong. But I guess you don't really know until you go, and it's different for everyone. Some people could easily do it for $550 a week, and once again, that's with bills separate, so that's just fuel, accommodation, food, and miscellaneous items. But yeah, if you follow our socials, you'll know that we've been spending pretty much double that every week. We've had, I think, 2 weeks where we've spent about 600 and something, but yeah, things are very expensive, especially as you get further up north. They're very expensive. So yeah, really figure out what you think you'll spend and add a bit extra, because we totally underestimated.
Yeah, we have spent some money though that is bonus over the budget on things like electric chainsaw,
boat battery,
a jump starter, which is sort of things that we didn't know the boat battery was going to fail. We bought the jump starter because the boat battery failed. Then we ended up buying another battery. And they're all sort of convenient and smart things. Like, we weren't wasting the money, but it does knock you back for the period of time that you were hoping to travel for if you have one set. So
like, lucky for us, we've got Tom's holiday pay coming in, or annual leave, and we had that emergency extra money account, so like, we'll be fine. But it's just something to think about if you're really like doing it down to the dollar. So far we have spent about $6,500 in about 6.5 weeks.
So that's mainly, as we explained earlier, the batteries and stuff like that have gone wrong. Hopefully heading up north and away from everything, touch wood,
shops, so you can't buy anything.
We'll be alright. So the car build, which we didn't really cover in our very first episode, it cost us about 15 to 20,000. We would say roughly. We do have the exact figures nearly of most things, but of course my time to build a lot of it, paint it all, fit it all out and everything, we didn't take into consideration, so we're unsure really of how much it would cost you to get one that type of setup built. But so
we can run through that in another video, just how much each thing costs individually.
And we did try to do it on a slim budget that worked for us. So by me building it, even random things, we really tried to cut what we had to pay for. Tried to get things on special, or different things like a couple of the things look good now, but when we were building it we thought like, oh, we need to buy these toolboxes for the tray because they don't look good, and this and that and the
Yeah.
other, and then we just ended up going with the generic stuff and turned out looking awesome
Yeah.
already, and really probably works better than what we thought that we needed.
Yeah,
So-
and you can do it in any setup.
Yeah.
You don't need the rooftop tent, you don't need the fancy setup, you can do it in a caravan, you can do it in a tent on the ground, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, the amount
It's
of
just
people,
more about you as a person and what's going to make it easy for you, what you can afford,
Yeah.
what you really want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so yeah, we really, Georgia loves to be nowhere near the ground or animals
Yeah, I
or
get
things
scared of
crawling
everything at
or
night.
slithering along the ground. So the rooftop
Yeah.
tent was a must.
Yeah.
So yeah, which we just then opted for the cheapest one we could find, which was the Kings again, not
Yeah.
Flash, on the budget. So yeah, it's been pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the King's tent has been really good. I'm happy
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, so yeah, and we
Mm.
sort of stuck with a lot of, a lot of people frown upon the King's gear, which I can understand because we have had some trouble with some of their things, but you can't expect much. You're getting it for bottom dollar, really.
Yeah, and they seem to
So-
help you and help you fix the problem pretty quick. So.
Yeah, they were
Mm.
helpful. Yeah, for us, a lot of people said they aren't, but for us, they
Yeah.
were very helpful. Yeah, so
Okay, so far we've been averaging about what 150 to 200 for groceries. It
Yeah.
honestly depends. We're in Cooktown at the moment, and one little trip costs about $200.
yeah,
Fuel, we haven't been traveling that far, so it's been about 150 to 200 again per week.
yeah,
And then accommodation is honestly like more than we expected.
yeah. Accommodation is the most expensive thing we've come across. Some places
Yeah.
are 60 a
Not the most
night.
expensive thing, but
No,
like
yeah,
the
but
most shocking thing,
Yeah.
because everyone talks about fuel and
Yeah.
groceries and stuff, but I don't know, I guess we just thought there'd be more free camps, or that
yeah,
you know, you could stop in at a camp for like 10, 15 bucks, but yeah, we've been coming across ones that are like
yeah, 60.
30, 40, 60 the other
60,
day,
yeah,
and that's
so-
per night, so
Yeah, and that's non-powered. That's nothing. That's just a place
Yeah.
to park.
Mm.
They are in good spots, like, you know, on the beach and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a lot more expensive than we thought it was going to be. But I suppose that's just it.
yeah, and we've heard a lot of people say that places that were free before aren't free anymore, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think if you travelled Australia like 2 years ago, accommodation would have been like free and cheap, but yeah,
There would have been no one anywhere.
now it's not so
COVID.
with COVID.
Ransacking Australia. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just something to think about. Okay, so for the people that are thinking about doing this but are scared, what do you have to say?
Yeah, we would say just do it.
Just do it.
Yep. So yeah, as George has said before, you don't need the best setup. You don't need this. You don't need the boat. You don't really need much, to be honest. So yeah, if you're
And
thinking
you don't have
about
to do it for as long.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
yeah,
you don't have to go
if you're
as far.
thinking about doing it, like yeah, just do it. Work's always going to be there. Money can always be made, but you can never get your time back.
Yeah.
So you know, you don't want to be in the future standing there when you can't do it anymore and thinking to yourself, well, you know, you would have got to that place anyway. So
Yeah.
you're always going to get there.
And it does make us sad when we talk to people and they're like, oh, I'm past the point of being able to do that anymore. Like, I wish I
Yeah.
did it when I was young. So, yeah, definitely do it if you can and if it's something that you're interested in. Like, we've
Yeah.
only been traveling for, like, what, 6.5 weeks?
Yeah,
And it's already been the best thing that we've ever done.
yeah.
And we're already planning trip number 2.
Yeah, and it's not hard. It's not crazy. Like, I think I sort of had some expectations of like it's going to be a battle. We're going to run out of water all the time. Like we're going to be living on
Yeah.
rations and crackers and in
It
the
is,
dirt.
like,
You know.
it's scary to go into it. You're putting everything on the line. Like,
Yeah.
it's all your money. And you really just don't know what it's going to be like. You don't
Yeah.
know until you do it. But
Yeah.
we have just loved it. Like, it's not,
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah, I was the same. I thought, oh my gosh, we're going to be like roughing it. But
Yeah.
it's just not.
Yeah,
It's like
even-
you get to travel and go on this big holiday. The sacrifice is that you're not staying in a motel room, you're staying in like your little room on top of your
Yeah.
car. Like, it's not that crazy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like for people who want to glamp a bit, you can still buy portable air cons, that sort
Some
of
people,
stuff. Like,
some people have nicer caravans than the house that we rented.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like it's pretty crazy. But
Mm.
yeah, so and even like the fuel and stuff. Like I always thought, oh no, we're going to run out of fuel all the time. We're not going to make it to servos, this, that, and the other. There's people everywhere. There's awesome people out there too who help you along the way. We've already been helped by
just
so
offered
many
help,
people.
offered water, offered all this stuff. Like people are so nice. That is like
wiring in the car, things have gone wrong. So and just awesome people have helped us along the way.
We have met some amazing people, and that has been like a highlight of the trip. Is just such
so
nice people.
Yeah, there's always people out there who are going to help you. I wouldn't be worried.
Yeah.
And just do it. If you're thinking about 100%. It and this is your thing, just set a time and just go that time. Don't get to there and worry about you don't have this and you don't have that. Just go. You'll find along the way, and you'll find help somewhere. So so for us, the main reason for the trip is really just our love for fishing, crabbing, spearing for me.
Being in the ocean.
Yeah, the outdoors.
Being in the beach.
Yeah, Georgia. Buddy laying on the beach having a snooze.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's sort of just...
Yeah, so we've both always loved that sort of stuff. So that's kind of why we wanted to do it. We were seeing other people do it, and we just thought that looks like the life. So.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jen and Brayden, because they did a little bit of a lap earlier on a few years ago.
Yeah.
And that also really inspired us, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, so even though we're only 6.5 weeks in, we do miss home a bit still. Because
it's hard.
Yeah, like we miss our parents and our friends and family and bosses, work colleagues and stuff like that. Yeah, so...
Like you really do just have each other, so make sure you like whoever you're going to do this with. Or do it alone, that would be really peaceful.
Yeah.
We're currently in Cooktown. Our plans for the future are to travel right up to the tip, right up to far north Queensland, so we're really excited for that. We obviously, like we said, we love fishing and crabbing, so that's like what we're really excited for.
Yeah.
But we're going to head up and then go across to Northern Territory, hit WA and just finish the lap from there. We're really excited to see every state though, I would say. It seems like every state has something to offer, and we haven't travelled much before, so we're very excited.
Yeah, so a lot of the places that we've stayed so far have been awesome. So we just come from the Cooktown camp out.
Oh yes, that
if you're
was
looking for a
one of our
place
favourite places
to stay in Cooktown, Cooktown camp out is the place.
Shout out Joey and Ash.
To go, they're good people, animal feeding and stuff for the kids and whatnot.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Yeah, big, spacious. So it was awesome. We stayed there, 3 nights or something. Yeah, and we'll probably go back because we're waiting for a parcel to come in the mail. So that's why we're camped out in Cooktown for so long. But we're just going to head north from here a little bit, hopefully find some fishing to bring you some more fishing content.
Yes.
So,
that's our main goal, is to film all the fishing and adventuring that we do.
Yeah. Rightio, so we'll just wrap it up there, and this will be the end to part 1 of our little series so far for the 6 weeks. So in a couple of months we'll get back to you with how much we've spent, what's gone wrong. You'll see in videos probably anyway as we make our way further north and things like that. But just again, if you want to do it, don't be afraid, and just go, set a date, try and get together what you can, take what you can, family and friends if you want to, whatever you want to do. If you got a dream or a goal, just go for it. So but we'll see you in the next one, which hopefully will be fishing based.
Yes, hopefully.
Maybe more croc action, who knows.
Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.
Cheers.
Bye.
See you.
I give a little shout out to our absolute biggest fans, baby Harley, baby Jordan, and Sunny and Channing. We love you guys so much.
They're
our little nieces and nephews that just watch our YouTube over and over and over, so we know that they're probably 50% of our views.
They're just putting us on repeat.
Fly. You bit me.